What is happening? It is a Nintendo Powercast, episode 375, I think. I'm your host, N64 Josh. Crawler, what's up, dude?
Hey, how's it going? Crawler coming at you.
Cheesy, what's happening?
What's going on, Cheese Curds? Is that your new thing to just say I think for each episode?
No, I literally forgot to check right before we went live, so that's
you said that last week too. So I don't know.
And,
keep
and
it going.
so far I've been right. So we're buy a lotto ticket, fam. And Johnny, what's up?
What's going on? I promise not to fight Cheesy today.
Doubt.
I'll try not to.
Johnny's a multiverses streamer now.
Yeah, I don't play Nintendo games anymore. I play the better version of Smash Bros. Multiverses.
Oh wow! Starting strong.
Fired.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, yeah. I don't even know where to go from here. I guess up. So. Whoa. Yeah, exactly. Jump into the Discord, n64josh.com/Discord. Become a part of the conversation. All right, come hang out with us in there. It's always a good time. We got the Smash Bros tournament happening next weekend, so sign up. I think the sign up's working. It may not be. Who knows anymore? Like, it's supposed to be. So go sign up. Tweet at me if it's not, or hit me up in Discord, but it should be working. That's going to be a good time, as always. And we do have a Patreon now, patreon.com/Nintendo Powercast. If you want to check out the bonus episodes, NPC Wired, where we say bad words a lot.
A lot of naughties.
There's, yeah. And we also laugh a lot because we just kind of go off the rails. So make sure to check that out. That's patreon.com/Nintendo Powercast. Crawler, where can everybody find you?
Hanging out in the Discord, Twitter, Nightcrawler724, Nightcrawlers without the E. Also on TikTok. You know, that one application, you know. That
one, yes. Cheesy, how about you?
You can find me on TikTok, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, CheezyC64, CheezyC64.
And Johnny.
I'm Johnnybo everywhere. YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, OnlyFans.
And he's finally becoming famous, you guys.
I am. It's working. It's working.
Yeah.
You don't have that clip?
I don't. Do I have that one?
You probably have it.
I don't have it's working.
It was close.
That's pretty good. That was close.
It was close.
Yeah. They get the reference. They understand. From a 25-year-old.
We're too close. Stay on target.
Here we go. It just makes me sad we don't have Rogue Squadron on Switch.
I don't like Stan.
Oh, you know what? We didn't have this in our notes, but Hunters got delayed.
That's right.
It did.
Just starting off right off the bat with sad news.
Yeah, we got bad news first. Always bad news first.
Yeah, Hunter's delayed till 2024. It's going to take longer to make them Breath of the Wild.
Don't put this information out there. Come on now.
You can't run on the Switch. That's why.
They're waiting for Switch 2. Here we go. Right off the bat. Yeah, so that was unfortunate. But there's some cool stuff. Right now, you can update your Nintendo Switch Online, Super Nintendo, and NES for 3 new games.
The NES one is pretty much in Japanese, even in the North American one. It is localized a little bit next to it, but it's very weird and obscure. And when you go to enter your name, it's all Japanese characters.
Yeah. What's crazy about that game is I will swear that I played it when I was a kid. But it doesn't look like it was.
It doesn't look like it came to America.
Doesn't look like it came here, but I don't know how many different NES games you guys played, but there were sometimes they would share assets, right? And like little enemies or something. Sometimes they would end up getting reused in different games and stuff. So it's a game that is very very familiar to me. Side-scrolling shooter. It looked like it was pretty. If it's the game I think it is or thought it was, it's pretty fun. It's pretty solid. But again, I don't know who goes back. Like, we're always like, bring us these games, and then we're like, we're never gonna touch them. You know, like
them there if you want them.
Yeah, right.
No, I've not played Pokemon Puzzle League yet.
Josh is better at it than I am.
We played last week during the NPC
Game we play.
we played, right? Well, Cheesy and
Yeah,
Johnny,
Cheesy and Johnny argued.
yeah.
I was
Crawl-
correct. I was correct. All right.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I don't even know. Crawler and I were just throwing garbage.
I
at
don't
each
even remember
other
what they were talking
in-
about. We were just playing.
Yeah,
We're
were
talking
just-
about a direct. That Nintendo needs a direct.
Yeah, I think it got to a point where we just kind of kept circling the conversation, and I don't
To me
even know
being
what-
right, that was where it went.
No, that's still wrong.
So
I
if
think
you
there's
want if you want that content, join Patreon.
I think there's like 7 bets that got made, and like there's so many chips.
I
They're
can't
gonna
wait
be
to win
eating
that
hot
Splatoon bet,
chips.
man. It's gonna be so sweet. Ah, mwah.
Is that the swimsuit bet?
No, we haven't decided yet. We haven't decided yet.
Here we go from Cryptic in the chat. And just a quick reminder, we do this live 9 p.m. Pacific on YouTube, youtube.com/n64josh. Cryptic says, do you find it weird they're not getting more third-party games like Mega Man, Castlevania, Final Fantasy, especially Super Mario RPG? Yes, Super Mario RPG.
Super Mario RPG is a little puzzling.
Yeah.
But only because it was on the classic and it's not on this. But I mean that's money. I mean that's all the Mega Mans have come out.
Yeah, they're there.
A lot of the
collection.
Castlevanias have
But
gotten.
Sega Genesis just got Wily's Revenge or whatever, right?
Well,
like,
and Sega just announced a new Genesis Mini coming out next in October, I think, or something like that.
but
with
on
50
Nintendo Switch
games.
Online,
True.
you can play Mega Man via the Sega panel.
True.
So that is strange.
I
That
will
is
say
strange.
the Mega Man collections are a nice. I forget which company puts those together, but they do a lot with.
Capcom?
Well, no. Like you're a smartass. You're such. Derailed right at the. Should we hit restart? How many minutes in? We're only 8 minutes in. But what they put in like lots of art and kind of just cool history stuff that went into the whole franchise. So I mean that's kind of what's cool about. I have them. You have them on the shelf probably too over there somewhere.
Well, even when they came out on Xbox One, like that came with a bunch of cool stickers and just some really neat stuff. That the Mega Man collection. So
We're getting the Cowabunga collection here in a month, so those won't be
very
coming
exciting.
to online.
No, but so exciting. Like my year is turned around in gaming because of the Turtles. That's
Shredder's Revenge is really good. Shredder's Revenge is really good.
yeah. I need to complete it, but it's a very, very solid title. So that was some good news to wake up to today. Like we've also got a Strikers update, and there's patch notes even, you guys.
Oh, there was?
Yeah, there's patch notes here. So let's see. Daisy and Shy Guy have arrived.
They're just there. They are just there. I booted up the game. You just get them. They're just there.
Let's talk about this first. What do we think? I mean, Daisy, no brainer.
Yeah.
But if, and I think, what did Nintendo say? There's 2 more updates coming out
This year.
this year.
Well,
You think
They
it's gonna-
didn't say like in total.
If
they
history
said
tells us
by-
anything, that'll probably be it.
They're probably going to see, how many people come back to play it. The 10 people that come back to play it, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, no, we're good, we're done." It's just like golf and tennis.
But it could
So-
be so much more. It could
It
be.
could be.
It could be.
It could
Look,
be.
I
Maybe
mean, like,
it's
I don't want to
great.
really spend too much time talking about it because we've talked about Strikers so much. But I
Yeah.
will say, I think the animations are what could bring people back just to see the hyper strikes, to see their winning, their losing, their goal
You can watch it on YouTube.
animations. I mean, yeah, you can, but I think
They
it's
show
one
the
thing
hyper strikes
to,
in the trailer.
it's one thing to like experience it. I mean, I
Yeah.
agree. Like you can just go on YouTube. The other thing I will say, one of the things that I really like about the update is the desert course or the desert
Yes.
field.
It makes the two fields coming together actually feel different.
Yeah, like it stands out and it looks really bad, but like that's a good thing because with the game you have these two fields that are mashing together, and that one clearly looks like a desert. Where I wish like the Bowser level would have just been made of stone with some like cracks, and you have like red
Or red
lighting
grass
coming.
even.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, like it. The rest of the other fields, they just have grass, and it's just kind of boring. But this one, it actually looks like it's part of something different, and I like that.
Yeah. Haunted Mansion could have had black grass. Like they could have just done different color grass, because what you see when you're playing of the stands is only in that intro video that everyone skips anyway. And then everything looks just the same. So doing different color grass or something different in that space would have been nice. So yeah, seeing that contrast, it definitely I think is an improvement.
Mm-hmm.
Daisy's a no-brainer, but is Shy Guy the best choice? Do you guys think?
I think they did that
Who would
because
you
like,
would have rather seen?
Toad is there. So we'll probably get like Koopa next. We'll probably get like a little minion. Maybe Goomba.
I mean, this
We'll do,
could
like,
be
a
a
main
fully
character.
this roster could be big. It could be like the Mario Kart roster. Put all the Koopalings in there. Make it
Tennis got pretty big. Tennis got pretty big by the end of it.
Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong and Lanky Kong. Like throw in some of those 64 characters that we haven't. Chunky and
You asked who I wanted. My answer is King K. Rool.
Oh,
Another heavyweight?
that would be actually pretty cool. Or if they could bring back Critter.
Kremlin. Critter, yeah.
Critter.
Yeah.
Put him in goal. Like an option for your goalie.
Yeah.
It's Fire Boom Boom.
Oh, poor Boom Boom. Poor Boom.
People
Boom.
are excited about people.
But
I don't. All right, so people love Daisy in Strikers,
Mm-hmm.
and they must have known that, and they
purposely
held it.
Yep.
They held it for a month. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Well, and there was a tweet that I think a lot of us saw because Stealth responded to it. I think is the reason I saw it. I know Johnny. I think you responded to it. I don't know who it was on Twitter, but the general sentiment was like, is anybody else feeling just kind of done with Nintendo right now? Like,
Oh, that was the lonely Goomba.
Yeah, Lonely Goomba.
and I mean, we try to take a positive spin, I think, every week when we come on here, but like, I'm excited for Live Alive. I was on the fence whether I was going to do it or not. It seems like it's a manageable 20 to 30 hours to play. I've dabbled just a small little bit into the demo, but I think I'm just going to start fresh and see what the game has to offer. I think I'll pick it up tomorrow. It's $50, so it's a little bit cheaper. I want to support Square because I want to see. I think they have more projects in the works, but I want to see Chrono Trigger get the treatment for that Live Alive and Octopath and everything else. I think Final Fantasy VII could benefit from the 2D HD remake as well if they want to do something like that. And Square seems to be supporting the Switch and putting out products that are borderline better than what Nintendo's putting out right now. Like, I don't know. I'm excited for Xenoblade if I can actually get my hands on the correct version that I want to buy. That's been also frustrating as well. But
You know what was easy to pre-order? God of War Collector's Edition.
Ish. The expensive one was not, but the collector's was a little more easier to get. I got mine through Best Buy. Where'd you get yours, Johnny?
PlayStation.
Okay.
Cryptic's
I didn't-
asking about Mario Kart DLC. So at this point, Mario Kart DLC coming out in August. There's no way it comes out during Xenoblade's week, right?
I think
Do we
it
have
could.
anything in August? Is there anything in August for like Nintendo wise? I don't think
No,
there
I don't
is.
think so.
A
No.
Splatoon Direct.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't been announced. Let's just clear that up. But most likely, we'll get a Splatoon Direct. We'll get a test fire. We'll see.
But there's
Should be
no
a big year.
major launches.
Or a
There's
big
no
month.
major games. But I mean,
I'm pulling up a
Xenoblade is
calendar right
like-
now.
Xenoblade's like right at the end of July, and then Splatoon's
Cowabunga.
right at the beginning.
We'll
Yeah.
talk about this later here. Cowabunga Collection got announced for the end of the month. That's PS4, PS5. Hold on, let me find.
Yeah, I'm not saying that I think Mario Kart DLC will come out the week of Xenoblade, but I do think that it's possible. That's a totally different audience. So if you're not picking up Xenoblade, they probably want you to be playing something else at that time.
They could. I mean, they did a tweet on Tuesday for Strikers, and now the update's out on Thursday, so they could do that. I don't think. I mean, Xenoblade's too big for them right now. Like, I think Xenoblade's probably going to sell 2-3 million copies, I would think, and they've been promoting the heck out of it. So like, they're putting their eggs in that basket.
2 Point Campus, Cult of the Lamb, Blossom Tales 2.
There you go. There's our Zelda game for the year.
Pac-Man Reworld Repack. That's a horrible name.
So it sounds like there's some good indies there.
Yeah, it's all kind of just third party. Nothing. Even first party stuff. I mean, Madden comes out in August.
That's not on Switch.
I know. I'm just looking at the whole calendar as well.
You know, like just looking at it, they probably didn't have anything scheduled in August because Xenoblade's
at the end of the month.
So much time.
It's at the end of the month too. Yeah.
Yeah, it's at the end of the month, and the Splatoon's at the beginning of September. So
yeah,
it's just a month without anything, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it's weird because in June they released like 3 games like back to back to back. Right? They had Strikers and then Fire Emblem.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's
at least
anything-
2 games.
Was it the DLC for Monster Hunter that you were thinking for the third?
Yeah, Sunbreak was the
I
next
guess
week.
Cuphead.
The Cuphead DLC.
Yeah.
Still super weird. The amiibo for Sunbreak are MIA.
When were they
Asia.
supposed to come out?
With the
They're
game.
supposed to release with the game, weren't they?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's-
this is the only one that's available in the States, and it's in the collectors because it's not sold individually right now.
Have they made a Xenoblade amiibo other than Smash?
There's Shulk in Smash, but no, that's it.
Interesting.
And
Did
have they even announced him? They announced a Myth or Pyro one, right? Like that'll
I'm
eventually.
assuming
come?
it's going to be 2 of them, right?
Yeah. But I don't know if they confirmed that or not.
I don't think we've seen it.
I don't think
Sakurai had the nice like $250 statues on his desk,
Right.
that he used as modeling kind of.
I think Nintendo only does the Smash amiibo because kind of out of obligation now. I don't think they don't really release amiibo anymore.
I mean, the last one that I can think of is Dread. So,
I guess they did have a Dread one. And
think
I'm
it's
assuming they're going to
possible-
have Splatoon
yeah,
because they've had Splatoon the whole time.
yeah.
They just re-released all the Kirby ones. They're everywhere right now. Like
Yeah,
Target, my
Kirby,
Target's
Knight.
loaded up.
Like
And
Byleth
then
and
Byleth
stuff.
has been
Yeah.
redone as well. I think
For Fire Emblem.
for Fire Emblem.
Three
Yeah.
Hopes, yeah.
So, well, Strikers patch. I know we kind of went off the
Yeah, what are
rails
the
a little
patches?
bit, but here we go. So additional content is Daisy, Shy Guy, Desert Ruin Stadium, and the Night Gear set. Added features has increased how many items can be displayed in the notifications ticker in Strikers Club. When choosing random on the character selection screen, the geared version of the character will be selected if one exists. General, reduce the probability of scoring on a weak shot from far away.
Good.
Reduce
That was a little ridiculous sometimes. Like the computer would just like lazily kick a ball from midfield and it would go in. It's like what?
So they stepped up Boom Boom's
So
game.
Boom Boom's game got stepped up a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. Reduce the probability of stars appearing when you are losing by 1 or 2 point difference. Revise the CPU behavior and opposing team composition in cup battles. Added visible trail to the ball when it's not in active possession, making it easier to see. Made player numbers easier to see when playing online. Fixed an issue when playing as Waluigi and using Hyperstrike, in which the ball could hit a goalpost and not go in.
Oh, interesting.
Made several
They put that
other...
in there for a troll. They're like, like make Waluigi suck. So
I mean, it's interesting you mentioned like the CPU player composition for cup battle. Like I played the ramped up cup battles or whatever after you beat the initial 4 or 6 whatever cup battles it is. You get the harder ones, and I started a new cup and it definitely felt easier on the harder setting.
The last thing here just says it made several other adjustments to game balance and fixed several other issues to improve the gameplay experience. So there we go.
For the most part, that all sounded pretty good.
Yeah.
When's the 4v4 online coming?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a big.
I mean, I think that alone. We talked about how to fix Halo in the last show that we just did. Like, I think 4v4 online, play a game how you can play it sitting on your couch, because we're still COVID's still going around. It's the president just got it today. So I mean, people are still. Josh has just had it. I had it within the last month. Like we've all kind of had it here, and the world is still feeling it. So having 8 people come play on your couch is not really a thing. And Nintendo hasn't gotten away from that. Like, this is how we want you to play our game, and found a way to network their game to give the same experience online as you can have locally. And I think that could fix a lot of things. I don't know. I mean, you have 4 different people connect to Monster Hunter and go fight monsters with stuff going around all crazy. Like, I feel like a set arena for soccer with just 8 people move. Like,
Everybody just has to buy an OLED and have gigabyte internet.
Hardlined in.
Hardline it in.
But I mean, I feel like that could maybe save
a
this
lot.
game
A lot of
little
people, on the videos that I made, a lot of people said that really deterred them from not buying the game, because they thought, you could go online with 3 of your friends and play against 4 other people, but now it's only you could have 2 people.
I think you can do
like
2v2, like you could in the playtest or whatever.
And 2v2 sucks.
It is,
playing
because
with
you're
another
locked
person
you're
is
locked
garbage.
into because you're locked into having to switch, and it's not guaranteed that if they're occupying the character that you're passing to, you gotta, like, Cheesy and I played and we were in communication together for it. Yeah, and that made it a little bit better, but it's chaotic.
Yeah,
and so if you were just one character, then I think that would be easier.
Yeah, sorry, Crawler. Even if we were in communication with each other, you still don't necessarily get to pick the character that you want to play as in that moment. So you just got to keep pushing the button until you hit that character. And then by that time you get to the character, that play might be over.
Mm-hmm.
Cryptic asked the question, what can strikers do to bring your hype level back up for it? Is it too late already?
It's never too late. It's never too late.
That's what I was going to say too.
I'm not necessarily saying make it free, but that would, like, relaunch it free to play. That would be that would make sense to me. Or what they could do, I'm in this mode of grinding battle passes. So like, give me something to grind for. Give me something to play for. Like, don't make them like say they leave the game $60, but still have battle passes, but make them free. Kind of like how Fall Guys was doing it before they went free to play, where you paid for the base game and then they had seasonal battle passes.
Well, and that could be an easy
every few
pivot.
months.
That could be an easy pivot for them, I think. If they, instead of giving you coins to go buy stuff for your specific character, have it be a specific amount that you're unlocking the said helmet in a specific set, but for everybody. Like that helmet that does like +5 or whatever for accuracy. You're grinding for that helmet and then all the characters get it versus having to go buy it individually for each character. Make it something you have to work for, but then have it be a progression of unlocking that gear so that kind of everyone goes along together getting bettering equipment to add, as opposed to the whole, I don't know, I'm sure that would upset some people, but I think that would make it a way to, instead of the coins being just willy-nilly, like let it be something that you're working through.
The coins mean nothing. Like you could get all the gear fairly quickly. Like it's not too much of a grind to get all the gear. And then like what do you do with the coins? Like, because you get coins for everything. Like if you do the club battles, you get coins for that. If you do the cup battles, you get coins for that. But there's nothing, once you get all the gear, there's nothing to use that on. So.
I'm wondering if tournaments couldn't help, as far as like similar to like Aces, where it's like when you play this week, you unlock this gear, right? If you do this much, if you put this much time in, you can unlock this as a bare minimum, right?
Mm-hmm.
To start making making it to where people have an incentive to play every week.
Add a new jersey
color.
That
FOMO. You got to feel that FOMO for them to come back.
Add a new jersey color and team name or something like that as something extra to choose from. Add more stadium. Like there can be a lot more stuff. It doesn't just have to be this. I don't know. They could have. I mean, we talked about like, is it too late to fix? Like, where's the simultaneous tournaments in Super Golf? What's it even
Super
called?
Rush?
Super Rush.
Super Rush.
They just relaunch all these sports games as free to play, and then
put battle passes on them.
Put battle passes on them. Put the tournaments in there.
I mean, I think what they need to do is each sports game they only really support for maybe a year, but do it the same way that Switch Sports is doing it. It seems like every week there's something new to collect, and like even after a year, like if that, you have Super Rush, and then once we get to Strikers, like it's kind of a bummer that now those those rewards are going to go away, so it doesn't really make sense to play Super Rush anymore just on your own time, and just play with friends, and you won't be earning anything. But here's Strikers, and we're going to give you the same thing that we just did with the last game, but just with different gear and different I don't know, rewards that you can win. It's just more frequent updates.
Yeah, I feel like they almost went in too hard on Switch Sports, though. Like the cadence of that, it became like I was all about it. It was awesome. It had me logging in, but then it got stale doing the same stuff over and over again, and it felt like I had to play a lot to grind out the 100 points to get, and then you had to do that 16 times over, I think, to get the weekly thing. It was nice. It stuck around for a few days. I'm wondering if that stuff is going to recycle through at some point. Like they've done this enough and long enough now that I guess they could get through a 30 or 40 week, like not 40 week, but probably like a 25 week or so
they just released
rotation.
The coolest one so far. The Shark. Shark's cool.
Yeah, Shark is cool.
So Cheesy, you had a TikTok that was kind of like this, how you're worried about Splatoon because Splatoon might, I don't know, Nintendo, the way they've been working their live service games, maybe Splatoon suffers from this. And like we get, turf war and like one ranked mode at launch, and then like, oh, look, we'll do free updates. They won't have Salmon Run. They won't have like.
Well, Salmon Run, they've been advertising Salmon Run, but like I watched
your
TikTok too. I watched your TikTok too, Cheesy, and I think it's like they promised all the weapons, right? Has that been something?
So I don't know. I couldn't tell how it was phrased in the tweet, but they said all the base weapons that were in the previous games are coming back. So I don't think that means like the special weapons, like the Kenzo weapons are coming back, but like any weapon that you're used to maining, the base ones will be there on release, is what it sounded like. Which is good. So the context of the TikTok was how I'm worried for Splatoon because of how Nintendo has updated their games in the past, and with Animal Crossing being the prime example, because the same team that makes Splatoon also makes Animal Crossing, and that game had a ton of customization, which Splatoon is showing. There's a lot that you can do. You can customize your eyes in a different way. You have eyebrows now. You can customize your pants. There's different clothing brands, which were in the previous games, but it just seems like they're taking that even further. Where I get worried is that they're like, okay, here's all the weapons. We hope you're happy because we gave you what you wanted at the very beginning, but then maybe we're not going to support it going in the future. But I don't think that's going to be the case.
It makes me wonder how much of a grind they're going to make it to earn said stuff. I feel like it was kind of a grind in Splatoon 2 to get stuff. So you maybe get enough initially to purchase your weapon that you want to have. But then it becomes a grind of the game to be able to collect it all. And that's how they prolong it.
That's what I want. I want to grind out a Nintendo game. That is really what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
And Splatoon 2, I grinded that game for a long time, and it was fun. And I'm hoping Splatoon 3 is the same way.
Yeah, I mean, Splatoon 2 does a great job of, you have to get to a certain level before you can even like buy that specific weapon that you want. So there's different classes that
level locked, kind of like Call of Duty.
Yeah,
that would be interesting.
So that keeps you playing.
I think leveling needs to be a lot faster then if they're doing that.
Which you can. I mean,
slow.
Krusty Sean has like drinks that you can buy that help level you up faster, or you get more coins.
That requires reading, so Josh doesn't do it. So
they got to make the rolling less complicated.
Mm-hmm.
Or take it away. Get rid of it.
Well, for the guy that can't read, I figured it out.
Yeah, perfect gear.
I got like 400 sea snails.
I have a lot of perfect gear.
I have a lot of snails I should probably use in Splatoon 2 now that the game's going to be kind of.
I will say with that TikTok, like I said, I was comparing Animal Crossing and Splatoon because they're made by the same team. However, somebody did point out that Animal Crossing is mainly a game for your own time. And like, yeah, you can bring people onto your island and you can like have people get together, but it's not really an online game, where Splatoon is an online game. And mainly Nintendo's like biggest online game, except for, you could say Mario Kart or Smash. But right now, this is what they have. And so they just need to keep it going. And especially in Japan, I mean, they're going to have a tournament in October. So like right out the gate, they're trying to get this game as big as they can.
Should we expect monthly Splatfests?
I think so.
Yeah. And they did that. Did they do monthly for 2 years on Splatoon 2?
Yes. And then even during the pandemic, they gave us even rerun Splatfest. And then we had the Super Mushroom and the Superstar.
And how many of those Splat specific arenas were there? Because they're in. I mean, that's
There's like
how I
24
think.
of them.
I mean, that's how there can be some fresh content in the game. Once a month, you get a new thing. I like that feature that they added to bring all the Splatfest courses to custom games in Splatoon 2. So hopefully, custom games has more tools at their disposal, having learned from their mistakes in the past and what they've broadened their horizons to.
Yeah.
For Splatoon 3 off the bat, because that can make for a robust kind of competitive circuit, I guess, too, if you want to have that be in the mix, if they pick some of those to be, because that would be cool if they could find a way to make Splatfest courses that could also fit the bill for tower control or Clam Blitz or some of those other competitive game modes, and then finding a new competitive game mode to add into the mix could be something for fresh content, for because Clam Blitz was new, right?
Yeah, that came later on. It wasn't right out the gate. I think though, with a tournament happening in October, it kind of seems like they have a new mode and they're going to want to show everybody what that new mode is. So just in case, if you didn't pick it up in September, here's the tournament. Oh, it looks really cool. Go pick up the game. Josh, I feel like we haven't really given you much room to talk.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I'm just thinking about that competitive mode, and I'm just wondering if, I know we have, it's called Salmon Run, right?
Yeah.
But it would be interesting if I would love to see some kind of mode where there is almost like fish swimming in the paint. Some I don't know if it's collecting the clams for Clam Blitz or something along those lines, but maybe it's more like a turf war where you've got to keep the path clear to allow critters to swim to your base, and the more that you can get in, the faster it goes up, or something along those lines. I want to see them get a little weird with the stuff they do, but I also think just a classic capture the flag would also be pretty cool with Splatoon, where it was just just a classic. Maybe you move slow, you have the flag or
death
something
match.
like that. Just
a regular death match.
Because they already have kind of a neutral bomb assault game mode with what is that, where you have to go planet on the cone? Is that Rainmaker? Oh, that is Rainmaker. Okay. So I mean, they have that. I want to see also, in terms of new maps that they come out with, I want some of the coolest Splatfest maps that they had were those interactive, changing throughout the court, where the dome came down or the doors shut and that blocked off that area, so you could kind of know that you had locked it up and that was your turf for that. And so I mean, finding a way to have more interactive maps that can change throughout the what is it, 5 minutes, is that what?
3 minutes. 3
Yeah.
minutes. Have you played Splatoon? What are you doing, Crawler?
Yeah, I'll be surprised if Clam Blitz comes back. I don't think Nintendo really likes it. I don't think a lot of the fan base likes
Clam Blitz. Is the worst. It's the worst. It's terrible.
So we'll see if that comes back.
Wasn't there a leaked? There was a leaked game mode way back, early Splatoon 2 days. It was I forget what it was called. It was Rocket something.
Yeah, it was. I forget what it's called too. There was Rocket, but then there was also one that I really thought would be cool, is the 8-ball mode. And so it took the 8 balls that were the challenges in Octo expansion, and the whole point of it was to see how far your team could get the 8-ball across the map. And so you would have to fling ink or shoot ink at it because it's so heavy that the whole team has to come together to try to move this 8-ball.
Maybe we haven't seen anything for this game, right? We haven't seen anything. Maybe they're really really fleshing it out. It's been 5 years. Maybe they're gonna give us like 3 or 4 new modes right off the jump.
Maybe.
No,
I mean,
or they withhold it.
yeah.
No, we're done with that. Nintendo, we're done with that. We're not withholding content anymore.
That's what I said.
Brewster's Cafe coming later.
In the TikTok.
I understand.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Tom.
I understand. You don't want to really split the player base that much when you're like just releasing a game, so you don't want them spread across like 10 different modes, right from the start. But like, have that variety. We've been playing Splatoon 2 for 5 years. The same. We've been playing 4 modes.
Yeah.
3 ranked and Turf War for how many years now since Splatoon 1? Clan Blitz is the only new one. Give us, brand new give us, 3 brand new modes.
Well, and Salmon
right
Run.
off the jump. And
I just don't want
to
to have a 3-minute loading screen at the beginning of the game.
See,
that's not going away.
Yeah, that's my hot take. I actually like those. I understand that everybody just mashes through it, and it's kind of annoying because it's just the loading screen. But for me, who is like into the lore, you get to see what the characters think of that map, or like they have history on that map, and it's just kind of cool to see. It gives them personality.
When they do the Splatfest, I think the Splatfest conversations are really good.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, like, they're talking about the same mode, like, because now you have regular battle, you have rank battle, you have league battle, and salmon run, so it takes forever to get through that.
Yeah, it's true.
Do we get new hosts?
We don't know yet.
I think so.
Didn't they say Off the Hook's coming back?
Yeah, they are under a new name, Damp Socks, featuring Off the Hook.
Maybe that means Krusty Sean. Doesn't he have all the sneakers on? Who's the sneaker guy?
Yeah, there's Krusty Sean and Bisque.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want another Judd. I want Judd to be making babies all the time. We need little Judd. I'm
putting it out there. I think Little Judd is the big villain, but I do think that DJ Octavio will be on our side, but then double cross us later. I think Commander Tartar is still alive and is causing chaos.
Whoa, slow down. Whoa. Crawler didn't know there was a single player in this game, so you gotta slow down.
I get excited, man. They just put out.
I hope they change the single player up, because I feel like the first one and the second one, they played very similarly, and I don't want more of that. Like, I kind of want more of the Octo expansion. Like, that was a good variety, and that was fun. So I hope they took some cues from that. Yeah, and are going to implement it into the campaign.
So far, what we've seen of trailers, it does kind of seem like we're getting more of like the cinematic scenes that we saw in Octo expansion, and that was such a big hit, and it was their first DLC for the series, that I can't see them going back in the other direction.
Plus, they give you Octo expansion for free on NSO, so maybe it plays into it.
Yeah. Sorry, Josh.
No, finish it up. I'm gonna move us to the next. We got two more things to cover.
We gotta stop talking about Splatoon.
No.
Calm down, Cheesy. We gotta stop talking about Splatoon.
Oh man, I could talk about Splatoon for hours. But Johnny asked a couple of podcasts ago with the Splatoon OLED, and like how the colored Joy-Cons, there's kind of like it's blue at the top and then goes into a purple. Yeah, and then on the other side, it's like green that goes into a yellow. So I thought about it, and like, what if you do have 2 teams of 4, and then one team is like that blue and one team is the purple, kind of similar colors. I don't know what is that, primary colors. I don't know my colors very well. Yeah, so we're all
American educations here, so no, we don't know the primary colors.
Okay, but like colors that look similar to each other. And then you have like the other team that is yellow and green. and those work together on the same team.
Kind of like making different colors.
I guess so, yeah. But you have one team of 4 that is like that purple, the one team of 4 that is the blue, and that is like one solid team.
I think it signifies the battle royale.
just Halo multi-team for Splatoon.
Yeah, it's definitely a battle royale. You're wrong, Cheesy's a battle royale.
Oh man, that argument, I don't even know how you can make that work in Splatoon. Because everybody has different colored ink. And like if it's a battle royale, you have blue, everybody else has like pink, green. It just and like you have to
they just make everyone else's ink a different color and your ink is your I don't know.
Yeah.
Special goggles.
That's a topic for a whole different time, I think.
Yeah.
Everybody has special goggles that only allows them to see one color.
Yeah, we can't see the white. You can't see the white or the red. That's too risque.
Yeah, we'll move on, but I will say if you're interested in Splatoon or you don't know the story or history, Crawler, there is a great
wow.
There's a great kind of history book that Nintendo just put out on Twitter, and you can translate it to English. It tells you the history of Splatoon. It tells you about the characters, the weapons you can use, the clothing items. It's really cool that they've released this before Splatoon 3. So if you want to catch up on that, it's out there.
Oh, hi,
cool.
Thanks for checking in. I'm still a piece of garbage.
Play the single player. Jeez, for 3 hours long.
All right. Well, Nintendo Live is happening here. We got a tweet from Nintendo of Japan, and it says, this is the translated tweet. It says, the page of Nintendo Live 2022 has been released. This is a pre-registration event that you can enjoy game competitions, live music, stage events, and game experiences. It will be held at Tokyo Big Site for 2 days, October 8th and 9th. And there we go. And there's a few other details. It says live music for Splatoon 3 and Animal Crossing.
The one looked like Zelda colors.
So they're having Splatoon 3, Smash Brothers,
yeah,
and then Nintendo Switch Sports. I don't know how they're going to do a tournament with Switch Sports, but that'll be interesting.
Updates
and live music from Splatoon and Animal Crossing.
So KK's coming,
and then maybe the new idols of Splatoon 3, if there are new idols.
And imagine how hyped this would be if the games were new. Like the Splatoon 3 is going to be hype, but like if there was a new Animal Crossing at the same time, or like a new Smash Bros at the same time,
or Mario Kart.
They are having a Mario Kart. That was listed somewhere.
We're getting Wave 2 when this comes out. We have to wait another
till October for
3 months.
No, say it ain't so. Pokemon Unite. We got what's going on in Pokemon Unite? There's some kind of
it's the year anniversary. So it's been 1 year since Pokemon Unite came out. So they're having an anniversary event. They just released a new boss rush mode, which looks super fun to play. They're releasing more characters. So we got Glaceon, I think, is first. Buzzhole is second, and then Tyranitar.
That's its name? What's its name?
It's like Buzzhole or something. It's Buzzhole. And then there's 3 unannounced ones. And if you there's a lot of stuff that if you log in and just play for a little bit, you'll get for free. You'll get some free cosmetics.
A lot of times they'll give away a free Unite license. I think if you play enough on some of those too.
Yeah, I think you can get Glaceon for free if you play. But a lot of people may not like that game because of the free to play stuff. But you got to give it to them, man. They are updating that game all the time. There's always a new character. There's a new battle pass every couple months. There's new cosmetics, like that,
which I think drives our point home when it comes to if you want to play and buy the game. Yes, it can end up being a little more expensive, but it makes it accessible for a lot more people. Big updates like this is going to get me to update the game and log back into it.
Yep.
I mean, having those, they if a free-to-play game is done well, I think they do those events where it incentivizes you to play enough and you earn something that you would otherwise have to pay for. So, I mean, I would like to see that. I guess not everything needs to go free to play, but
No.
Find some ways to keep people engaged. And I think the sports titles, I mean, have proven that they're not the greatest at the $60 model. So maybe something like this as a hodgepodge, put them all together as a Mario Sports All-Stars or something like that, and find a way to free to playify it. I don't know.
Is
Yeah,
Pokemon,
I mean that's what I. What? Go ahead.
is Pokemon Unite still free to win?
What do you mean? Like, can you win without paying money? Yeah.
So initially,
Well,
a lot of people could
Oh,
pay and get the bonuses or whatever, the little perks that you had. I think that's been evened out. Okay.
Yeah,
they tweaked it.
Pay to win is what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They gave you like free vouchers because like initially to be competitive, you need these items to be maxed out. But
or at least level 3 or something like that.
It took a long time to max them out. So as it went on, they just gave like these max coins that allowed you to max an item out. So yeah, they've been tweaking that. There's a bunch of characters in there now. There's a ton of characters.
Yeah, as the roster expands, it becomes a little more balanced.
Yeah. I know people that like Valdo. He's been playing it. He's been loving it. Like we used to play it a lot. I used to play that game nonstop for a while.
I was super
probably
good
gonna
at
get
it.
back into it.
I always knew the best lane.
Yeah, you even knew what lanes meant.
No.
Were you in
now you got Ice Doggy to unlock
yeah, you're right.
Buff,
you're right.
Buff Mosquito and
I'm
I
ready.
Don't even know what
I'm logging in daily for this one.
You do get bonus stuff if you log in daily.
Yeah, you get bonus for just logging in.
I wonder if my battle pass.
You could pay $40 for a skin though. So,
Which Johnny, how much money have you spent in this game?
Probably not a ton. Probably like 100. I would say like 100.
Probably not $600.
Yeah, probably not. Like if you compare it to the other free to play games that I like, Fortnite, it's like peanuts. But I'm okay spending money. I already spent money on Multiverses, and I already spent money on Fall Guys. Like this might be bad, but like I like spending money on stuff, on cosmetics.
You're
excited. I'm the problem, I guess. I'm the problem.
You're excited for Square's NFT project coming out.
No. NFTs? No.
Well, speaking of some things to spend money on, Live Alive coming out tomorrow, $49.99, sitting at an 82 for its Metacritic. And honestly, I was like, you know what? This is going to be probably one of the first Switch games that I'm just like, major release anyway, that I'm like, I'm not doing. And then Crawler goes and opens his mouth and he's like, look, it's like 25 hours. And it sounds pretty, it honestly sounds.
Yeah, but how many games do you have that are 25 hours that you have not opened yet?
It honestly sounds pretty good. 7 different stories, right? Featuring 7 different
prehistoric all the way through near future and all the way in between, Wild West and Imperial Japan and
HD 2D. And Cryptic just pointed out that I haven't beat a 3-hour turtle game. So
that you were extremely excited for. So it's not even like Live Alive. You're like,
Well, here's the
whatever.
thing. We started playing it as a group, and I'm like, I'm just waiting until we can play it as a group again.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But speaking of turtles, little side note: my nephew turned 10, I believe, or maybe even a little older. I can't remember, and he's got 4 little brothers, and so. First of all, it's very strange. You cannot buy a digital copy of Turtles on anywhere.
Are you
Like,
sure about that?
like any kind of like retail store,
like a physical redeeming card.
Like
I
the
got
you
Okay.
know
Got you.
like a lot of games you can go on Amazon and just type in the game
And it'll give you a
name,
code to.
and then and then because
You're not gonna give him a gift card. He's just gonna buy V-Bucks probably.
well, no, it's not that. It's it. I just ended up giving him $35, right? So that he could get the game, and then he also got, I think, a Lego Marvel game on top of it because there was like big sales on that. But with it's the sales tax most of the time that it's like, oh, it's a $20 game. Let me give him a $20 gift card, and then
You're hit with an extra $1.30 or something like that on top
yeah,
of
it doesn't cover it, and so
Get
that's
a
why
job, you 10-year-old.
That's why I prefer just to try to find him the. But I get a call, and he's like, "This is amazing." They had 6 controllers, so all 6 of them were playing at once. Like, I'm sure it was just absolute chaos, but yeah. So super stoked that Turtles is out. But as far as a lot, yeah, you're not wrong. I don't know that I'm going to. I don't know that that I would really put the time in right now. Like, I feel like I have just so much stuff going on that, like, to sit, like, I'm nervous. I'm worried about Xenoblade coming out next week because I want to sit and play. I
wanted to play Definitive and I didn't sit down and play it.
It's sitting down. My Switch Lite with all my games that are in that case is sitting in my windowsill right now because I lived on my couch for like the last 5 days. I'm just like, all I wanted to do was just lay there and stare at the TV or sleep. I did not even have like I just didn't even feel like gaming, And so I'm hoping Xenoblade really, really draws me in, the new one. And maybe like watching the video like on Metacritic of Live Alive. It looks really cool. Like, I love the art style. I also love the art style of Triangle Strategy, and it's sitting on that chair right behind me.
God, I forgot about that game. I bought it, not opened it.
Yeah.
I imported it.
Same with Octopath. I played a bunch of Octopath. Like, that game was fun for a bit.
Right.
Never beat it.
Yeah. So I don't know. We've kind of talked about that, where it's just kind of like, do we keep buying stuff that's not like
cheesy? You got to be a better influence on us, right?
Oh, right. Yeah, you guys got to just keep playing, just push through. Keep your head down.
That's why we brought you on. Okay, that's the
sorry.
only reason.
Yeah, I know, and I'm failing. I get that. I don't know. For me, like I'm trying to get better at playing more RPGs because that's just not really my genre. But I know how much people love them, so like I'm kind of looking into maybe Undertale because I've never played Undertale. I know the big twist. So I don't know if that's gonna ruin it for me. But like, I've played Pokemon, I've played Mario, like Paper Mario. I'm Mario and Luigi. So there's still like some branching out that I need to do.
Switch is the JRPG machine for sure.
I know.
It's true. Cryptic is wondering if anybody else has played Multiverse yet.
I have it downloaded on my PS5. I've played a handful of matches. Johnny and I were talking about this before we went live. It just hit detection on anything that's not Smash Bros. Just feels somewhat off. I don't know how to explain it.
That uncanny, like when something seems too lifelike, but it's not
Uncanny Valley.
Yeah, that's what it feels like with these platform fighters, with them and Smash. Like, yeah, they have their own things.
It's also something about the feedback that you get as well. I feel like you don't get as much controller and visual feedback that you get playing with Smash.
But I am enjoying Multiverses. I've been playing it a lot, and I'm probably going to end up playing it a lot more than I've been playing Smash because there's something to grind for. Like there's a battle pass. There's some cool cosmetic stuff.
There's stuff in the future as well. Like they talked about like Rick and Morty coming, right? And Shaq, or not Shaq,
LeBron James.
And,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Like pretty much,
and
if you think,
did I hear Walter White getting thrown around?
That was fake. That was fake.
Yeah, that was
okay.
fake.
But there is like Pennywise. Like if you saw it in Space Jam, the newest Space Jam, it might be in Multiverses. Plus, like,
so Don Cheadle's going to be in there.
It's just a very charming game. Like Smash, it's charming. Like they put a lot of effort into the charm of that game, and I feel like Multiverses, as far as the platform fighters go, like it's a lot more charming than Nickelodeon. They put more effort and thought into it. Brawlhalla is just kind of, I don't know. Those don't really have characters that you remember. But this one, like, it acknowledges memes. It acknowledges the Shaggy memes. There's, Tom and Jerry and Velma. Like, it's just a charming game. And
Does Velma lose her glasses?
Yeah, she drops her glasses. Yeah,
yeah, and it gets like a little blurry.
Yeah.
But it's like a team-based game, right?
You can
play
1v1 or team.
I've been playing 1v1.
But like the characters can help each other out by
items, so some of them are
right?
Some of them are support. So like Velma is support, Steven Universe is support, and Rain Dog, which is a original character, which is kind of interesting. They're making their own characters as well, and those have special moves that are specifically to help your teammate. Which 2v2 in Smash, it's just kind of chaotic, but this one feels like they actually put thought into how 2v2 could work. But Smash is the better game, but I'm enjoying my time with this.
Well, we'll sign off with this because this is fun.
Oh yes.
So we have a giant 14-foot Bowser that's at San Diego Comic-Con this week. And I think they did a pretty faithful reproduction of what the consumer is going to be able to purchase in October, which I
heard they have Reggie trapped in there.
Just moving around.
Because Lego Bowser's coming out
$270.
October 1st, $270.
You could buy a Switch for that.
But he's going to be able to move his arms and tail and all sorts of stuff.
It is nice. That is probably the best.
And it's
one of the I don't know, the more adult ones are pretty cool. Like the NES model, the question block.
Speaking of the NES model, you can get a motor for it and it will run on its own.
So to get the code for Mother 3,
no, I'm not joking.
Diego,
the what?
Comic-Con,
which one?
And blow up the statue.
Okay, go ahead, John. Say that again, please.
To get the code for Mother 3, you have to go to San Diego Comic-Con, fight the Bowser, and if you win, you get Mother 3.
There is a Lego motor that you can get for the NES that will.
Oh, that'll crank the TV.
That'll crank the TV for you on its own. Crawler immediately does not believe any words that come out of my mouth.
Well, I thought you were talking about something on the system. I'm like, I have it right up there. I have the set.
Did you build it, Crawler?
I did.
Is it built?
That one, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Here we go. Here we go.
Josh, did you build it?
No,
you have it?
I have it. I haven't built it.
It is that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So there.
For the audio listeners, Crawler actually built a Lego set for once.
Crawler's doing a Jack in the Box right now. I'm waiting for Mario just to pop Like,
At least he's
Does that
he's
come
moving.
with the NES? The NES.
Yeah.
Mhm.
yeah,
Yep.
very cool
You
stuff.
build a TV. Yep.
All right, guys, thanks so much for listening. We do appreciate you being here with us live. Yeah, Cryptic says Josh trolls so much. Crawler just nods his head. Yes, that is that is very accurate. Remember, there is the NPC Wired is going to be over on patreon.com/Nintendo Powercast, and we do appreciate you guys listening. We will see you in the next one. Bye, everybody.